the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Slow motion. Welcome. I thought we were going to get that
What were you going to get?
Christmas stuff.
What great. Well, you know, we got a new person on the board. It's been a minute since she's been here, so
I was just waiting for...
she's learning and doing
And doing and learning.
and doing and learning. How you doing?
Good. We're doing a little late today. We had some back office stuff we had to do. I got that done, and that was the Earth Angels music of...
Kennedy Musante. I know you don't know Kennedy Musante.
What's her last name?
Musante.
Yeah, that person.
I guess she's Italian. I don't know. Kennedy, you Italian? She doesn't hear me because she doesn't have sound on. Yes.
She has one N.
One N with
Kennedy.
Kennedy, JFK. You were talking about that documentary you saw about JFK.
Yes.
What was that? Was that the one from Oliver Stone?
The movie, Oliver Stone, JFK. You ever seen it? I don't know why.
No, what a treat. Thank you very much.
I don't know why you haven't seen that movie. I don't know why I didn't see it. Very intense. Very, very intense. And there's no way in the world that one guy who was accused of killing John F.
Lee
Kennedy
Harvey
did it.
Oswald? Why? Because they actually caught it on TV and he was killed on TV?
Because the
and-
fatal shot
kidding.
came from the grassy knoll that came from a guy holding a certain type of rifle. And there's no way in the world that Oswald could have shot him from that distance and killed him on the side of the head. And they had bullets that were going like all over the place and making turns. There were 6 shots in that movie that they proved. 6. That finally the fatal one was the blow to the side of the head. So, great movie. Great, great movie.
So you say the documents are being released?
In 2029, they have to release all the
I
documents.
guess there's a Public Records Act apparently that passed.
Yes.
That people are starting asking for things to be answered, and now things are being opened up. Just how many things do you think are going to be opened up, though?
A lot of things. I watched another documentary about another incident that occurred and all these cover-ups that occurred. I mean, there's a bunch of them about how things allegedly happened but didn't happen. And again, going back to JFK, you know, a lot has to do with him wanting to break up the CIA.
Why do you think
And
that
the
is?
FBI. Well,
Merry
he-
Christmas. Thank you very much. Have a hempy day. Hempy day to you too, Mary.
She must have heard the morning,
Mary, you must have listened to our morning show.
where hemp is disgusting in water. That's all I got to say.
I don't know. It seems to be cleaner. Anyway.
But there's a lot of documentary, a lot of news, a lot of stuff that's coming out that is going to shock the world, including aliens.
You know, and you think, should we be told what's going on in the government, or should we be put, I guess, for other reasons with other countries, and because people do crazy things, they keep us a little bit in the dark.
Did you hear? Well, you saw that we just got the basketball great back in exchange for the for the killer with the Russians, right? And there's some people over there that have been in prison wrongfully for a lot of years, and now they're trying to figure out how to bring them home. And then I read this morning that Putin, they gave him to talk peace, to stop the war. And Putin said no, because one of the stipulations is that he has to give back all the lands he took over.
Why do you think, and I know you're not a mind reader, that Putin actually decided one day, let's wage war in the Ukraine, let's take lives and let's take land? In 2022, what do you think in his mindset he needs to prove or to do?
Well, I don't think that he expected the war to last 10 months. I don't think he expected the West and all of Europe, because he had the oil. He sort of timed it when the weather was getting cold and people needed his fuel to stay warm. He didn't see it coming that everybody was going to be in revolt. You know, if you have just the United States and maybe France and Britain, but you're talking about every country in the world saying that what he's doing is abusive, and they stopped buying his product. Now it's Korea and Iran are the only two countries that he's now getting stuff from because he's running out of bullets. So he needs other countries that have the raw materials to make the bullets, and he's teamed up with them. So there is no lose and no win now. He played a bad hand, and you got to give him an out. If you don't give him an out, this is never going to stop. That's the problem.
We have someone at the door. I feel like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I feel like we should be tying our sneakers and go open the door and let our guest in.
Well, it's a shame because in this world, at this time, everything happening right now, it isn't the best time in the world to be raging war or anything else like that. So.
It's the holiday time of year, so I'm excited that our next guest, she's here. She's going to be unpacking some beautiful gems, some crystals and gems. You know, we've got a lot of business cards, and somehow they just miraculously show up here on our desktop, and we get the pleasure of calling people to come in.
And it is the Christmas time of year, so we're going to be bringing you some wonderful ideas for Christmas gifts.
Have you gotten any good Christmas?
I haven't even gone shopping yet.
That was my question. I didn't mean, did you receive any? Have you bought any yet?
No.
I haven't really either. Is there anything that you're
I'm
like,
going to take care of the kids, the boys, the two
grandkids,
boys, the
yeah.
grandkids. I'm going to
3.
take care of that. 3, 4, 4, because I got to get something for the baby.
Yes. Baby's not here yet.
Oh yeah, but when they come, they need stuff. Let's put it around here.
You're going to put it in safekeeping for Christmas?
I'm going to buy, baby clothes and stuff. You know, what you do for babies.
You excited?
And I'm not, because I still don't believe it's a girl.
I told you as a girl.
Oh, that makes a difference. I just don't believe it's a girl. And until I see her, I won't believe her.
Very exciting. We're going to bring in. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Wow.
Holy shit, she has a whole person with her.
You want that?
You want the person?
No, he wants this. It's electric guitar. Wow.
Wow.
That's nice. Did you put that on your Amazon wish list? No, not yet.
Where did that come from?
You got more?
Where's he getting all this from?
I don't know. He's going to show us something else.
And
He says, hold on, and we'll see what happens. Is there anything you really want for the holidays?
I already got it, I tell you.
I got to tell you, I'm looking at what our guest just brought in. That is spectacular.
What, the person that she brought in? The body?
Her back. So look at this.
Wow, where'd you get this?
What is it?
No, that's too big for you. You won't be able to hold it up.
Is that bigger than a regular guitar?
I think it's an elephant. Josh, you're not. You would have to get that with like training wheels.
We haven't heard Josh play in a
think it's
while. We
huge.
should bring him out to do
Nah,
that.
he forgets on purpose. He has drums now. We should bring in the whole band.
Have Kennedy sing. He's got the guitar and
Who
the drums.
plays? Teddy, don't you play drums?
No.
The tambourine?
We could probably get Baxter on the drums, you think?
No, military plays the drums.
He does?
Yeah.
Everyone loves that name, by the way.
Which one?
Military. I think of all our nicknames, that seems to be the one that everyone really likes.
That's military scene. They don't like.
I don't know the other ones.
They don't
Military
like
kind of sticks.
Texas. They don't like editor. They don't like none of those people.
That kind of sticks. We're going to take a quick commercial break, 888-994-4995. When we come back, some great Christmas ideas, ways to clear your house and spread some positive energy. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Christmas ideas. Oh, look at that.
Is that like Josh's wish list?
Flannel.
That looks pretty good.
Nice. All right.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
There's a lot of stuff going on in that whole.
Sandra's Divine Gems. I'm excited. I just have to let you know.
It's not Sandra.
I don't know why I keep wanting to call it by another name.
Katrina.
Don't confuse me, but her name is Leah, and it's
Sandra, and it's Leah. It should be Leah.
Thank you. Exactly.
That's Sandra.
Exactly. She's going to explain why, but we've got a new friend of the show joining us. Wait till you see some of these beautiful pieces, just in time for the holidays. Some beautiful gemstone jewelry and wellness and kind of good energy pieces, all getting ready for Christmas.
So we're going to give you a chance to get a piece of paper and a pencil.
Yes.
So you can write this down. So I'm going to talk very slowly.
What's our phone number?
Very slowly. Our phone number is 888-994-4995.
Studio.
Hey.
You know, I've got a lot of crystals around my house, and when I get home and I find them broken, I know they've done their purpose and they've served their purpose, and I have to dispose. No, I don't. I did break something last night. Someone else breaks it, but I feel like, oh, now I got to go get a new one because I know they've served their purpose. So I had a broken crystal last night. I had dead roses in my foyer, and then I went to move something in another room, and I'm like, move it before it breaks, move it before it breaks, and I moved another piece of crystal first, and the whole top of this perfume bottle smashed all over the floor. I'm like, oh, man.
Now your house is going to smell like that perfume for ages.
If only there was perfume in the bottle. So,
oh, it's empty.
So I thought, all right, I need to go get some new gems. Then I realized that Leah was going to join us today of Sandra's Divine Gems. So welcome, Leah, to the cafe.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me here.
It is our pleasure. We have to start with Leah Romeo, but it's Sandra's Divine. Is it Divine or Living?
Divine.
Sandra's Divine Gems. Mm-hmm. All right, we got to kind of check.
Not Living Gems.
We're going to change that also. Gems. Divine Gems.
So far we ain't done nothing right by her, including her name.
Well, you have me here. You're doing me good by having me here.
I want to know, when was this penciled in? I didn't even know she was coming.
I don't even know where I found her card. I must have been at an event, or you were at an event.
Was it me or was it her that talked to you?
I spoke to you.
Yeah, you spoke to me.
I just don't know how I got
your card. Did I write
card.
to you?
No, it was actually at the South Florida Fair earlier in January.
I guess
That's
we were
how
both
we
there.
met.
I went to the South Florida Fair?
With me. Remember, Alana was with South Florida Fair, and we took
B-roll?
Yeah, in West Palm Beach.
Oh, yes. You were there?
In the exhibit hall. Yeah, I know it was a lot going on around that time. But yeah, I remember speaking with her and giving her my card.
Really? Were you a contestant?
We were in the exhibit hall, so I was actually set up there with my merchandise there to sell to the customers.
You
And
know
it's-
me. If there's jewelry,
That was
bing!
January of this year?
Yeah, this year.
It's 11 months ago.
I just found
Yeah.
your card, apparently.
Where
We're
you
right on
been?
time.
Right on time for Christmas.
Yes.
So will you plan this? I am so confused.
I'm just glad I'm glad you knew us because we're thinking, how did her card end up in our studio? But you and I both met her.
That's
I talked
because
more with her. I think you were talking to my colleague at the
you
time.
had a guy with you.
Yeah, so you were engaging with him.
And we were talking about stones and oils and stuff.
Yeah, he does the herbs.
I remember you. Mm-hmm. Your hair's
the
curly
tea.
now.
Oh yeah, I had my hair wrapped up back then.
That's why.
yeah.
You see?
I like to
That's the
change up my
difference.
appearance.
And you guys
I'm an
also had
artist.
the tea, right?
Yes, that's the guy.
The tea. We wanted to bring in the tea because we needed tea.
Exactly.
I remember.
Now it's
Now
all
I
coming back
remember.
to us.
Okay,
So
well yeah,
coming
he's
back to
available
me.
as well.
So how are you 11 months later?
Good to
I'm
see you
doing
again.
fabulous.
It is great to see you again. So first we have to start with your co-host here.
Oh yes, my lovely co-host.
Your lovely co-host.
my lovely model. You know, she doesn't require much pay or much attention. So
You
she's
have
a-
to look at this
a
piece.
perfect employee.
That is an amazing set,
Yes.
for lack of a better word.
So,
This is all made with seashells.
yes, everything was hand wrapped. All the seashells have been hand wrapped. Nothing has been glued. Trust me, I tried it and it does not work. So I had to.
So you meshed it out?
Yeah, so I took the shells are individual, and so I wrapped.
We got to put your mic.
Oh.
There you go.
I wrapped a base frame. Trying to straighten her
Don't
out.
drop it because if you drop it, it'll make a hole in the earth.
No, she's good. But yeah, I made a base frame to hold the shell in place, and then I just wrapped a simple design around it to keep it in place. And this was just promo for a photo shoot that I had, just to show the extent of my skill set.
How many shells are in this set?
That is a great question. I think maybe we should do a giveaway game for someone to guess.
I'm all in. Remember we did that one time?
Josh, I'm thinking you are military. You're going to guess how many stones are in that.
No, why don't we open
Bra.
it up to everybody?
Okay.
And the winner gets something, movies or something.
2 tickets to Movies of Delray.
Why not? I think it's fantastic because it looks like an assembly. And the ones that are hanging down the shelves too?
Yeah, so there are a few actual shells and a few crystal shell shapes, to give that.
And you
diversity.
know the exact number, right?
I do not, so I will be learning.
She
If
does
someone
not.
guesses right, I will count and be like,
Gonna
you're
count
pretty
them.
close. Thank you for the enlightenment.
She's hilarious.
Now I gotta ask you a serious question.
Yes.
Is this apparatus heavy? Because if you go in the ocean and you go,
No, it's not heavy. I didn't go all the way in the ocean, but with these chain straps, you can, adjust the tightness on your waist, on your bodice. So it's pretty sturdy.
and is this a size for a particular woman or can any woman make it adjustable to their size?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I asked that very eloquently, yes, I know.
Well, this one specifically was made to fit me, but I do know how to make, custom. It's going to be custom, so I would receive your measurements. So it's going to be specific to your body for you to feel, comfortable and beautiful like the goddess you are.
This is
Can
amazing.
you imagine giving this to your significant other as a holiday gift? They should really give it to you as a holiday gift because I think
To
the guys
me.
are going, not you, but to the guy, because I think the men will enjoy it a whole lot more
No,
than the
I
woman's going
don't
to
think
enjoy
so.
it.
She says it's very comfortable. I think that depending on who you are, a woman that's voluptuous would look as good as a woman that's not. I think it adds a lot of character to the torso.
What made you decide to create a shell bustier bra for that?
Well, the free photo shoot, I decided to do the beach as the scenery. I'm a beach baby. I love the water. So it was what better way to captivate that beach environment by doing seashells. I just have a knack for seashells. I've also been, creating other things with them. So I'm how far can I go with using, stuff you find in earth? How can you glamify it? How can you adorn yourself with it? So it's just creative inspo, really.
I think
That is very
I think
cool.
it's amazing. I think you should take a picture and send it to the makers of the James Bond flick. They picked her. The lady's going to be the new James Bond. And I would send this to them, and I bet you they'll put it in the movie. I would lay
That
$1,000
is beautiful.
that they will
Leah.
put it in the movies.
Oh, well, do you have their contact info? I
Yes,
surely could
it's
do that.
Columbia. It's
I'm sure you could take a picture and
Warner
tag them on
Brothers.
Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, I have pictures from the photo shoot.
We'll send it all over the place, and eventually they get to them. But I think that, can you imagine that chick from James Bond coming out of the ocean?
Yeah, that would be nice.
The way she comes out, you know how they always do that James Bond thing. It's going to be a
Uh-huh.
female James Bond now.
But think how creative she has to be to think, I've got some extra shells. Let me make a bathing suit top for a photo shoot. How did you get involved making jewelry and gemstones? And Victoria's Secret would probably love it too.
Lovely assistant over here. Oh, you can still see her a little bit.
Yep. We can put her on the floor so we can see what else you've got going on.
Yeah,
That-
you asked how I got into this. That's always a funny story because it's been completely unexpected but a beautiful journey. So I'll keep the story as short as possible. But 2018, got into my spiritual journey. I went to a farmer's market one time. This was up in Tallahassee. I was in college. And this lady, she gave me a reading, very accurate. And she just had these crystals. I remember it was clear quartz and tiger's eye. And it was like calling me. Like, I know if you guys know, like, something that's just calling your spirit, like you can't even deny, like, this attraction you have to it. And then, I started my research, all that good stuff, and I told my mom about it. And that is why it's called Sandra's Divine Gems.
That's your mother's name?
Yes. It was inspired by her. And it was supposed to be her business, but here we are, me being the owner and lead person. And so she started creating jewelry, and this was from 2018 to 2020. So during that whole time, people were just complimenting us on our jewelry. But again, it was a hobby. It was just something fun to do. And then it was just at some point, I just got tired of giving like an unsure answer. Like, people are like, really, like, how can I order this? And I'm just like, oh, I can ask my mom and see. But that didn't feel right, you know? Like, I like to speak with certainty. And I could tell these people needed, some form of alternative healing. Like, I don't believe anything is a coincidence. And so 2020, it was a young girl. She asked about a rose quartz, and it was right then and there. I was just like I could feel why she needed the rose quartz, because I have that gift. And so I just was like, okay, clearly we're being called to do something bigger. And I made the business, and then here we are 2 years later. I decided to learn how to make the jewelry, because I was like, oh, business is going to be booming. I need to help my mom. And so here we are.
So now it's your business.
Yes, it is.
And you create the designs, and you do the sales. Everything's online.
Yes.
You don't have a storefront, do you?
No, not yet. I do pop-up shops, so that's like the physical engagement that I do.
How long have you been doing this? 2 years or 4 years?
2 years. It'll be 3 years in January.
And this is what you do full time now?
Yes. I'm an artistpreneur, as I say.
Artistpreneur. Do you have any other artistic things that you do, like paintings or music or?
Yes, so that's why I say this has been a beautiful journey, because it has gone past, jewelry. As you see, I'm doing the bras. I've engaged in home decor. I do like mixed media art, so I work with clay, beading. I'm like I guess an eclectic artist, so I like to mash things together and make something beautiful. I also started teaching how to do this, because I do believe it is creative therapy, and that's important that we have like an environment to express ourselves and just be creative, so I also host jewelry parties, so I can come give the materials to you guys, and you guys can walk away making something beautiful.
Wow.
So
That's fun. Now, what is that piece on the other side of the table? It looks like a big piece of amethyst.
Big piece. This?
No, behind it.
This?
That. What is that?
Oh, okay. This is...
Of course, it's a crown.
Yes,
of course it is.
course you
Yes,
were.
of course it is.
Every lady needs a crown. So, yes, this is rose quartz with amazonite. So, let's see if it'll...
Wow.
Ooh. And with the crowns, they're customizable. This was with the intention of self-love. Self-expression. Every woman needs a crown. Like, it doesn't have to be a special event. You are the special event, okay? And so, yeah, you can, this can be for, photo shoots, weddings, anniversaries. You can purchase it to keep or rent. as well if you just want it, for the night or for the event.
Imagine attaching your veil to that when you get married.
That is nice. I didn't think of that. I'm always looking for new ideas,
Right?
so thank you.
So
I
it'd
love
be
that.
Like everyone's looking for their headpiece, so there's your headpiece to attach your veil to.
That's only
It'd be
because her
beautiful, right?
son is getting married.
Well, no, she said wedding, so it made me think that'd be a great headpiece for a wedding.
Oh yes, please. Please commission me. I've been wanting to, do like special things for the special occasions, because then I really get to like hyper focus on those intentions. I'm all about love and peace and harmony. So like it would be an honor to be a part of those special moments.
So you're not just making little earrings and beaded bracelets. You're making significant pieces of jewelry and it's rarely wearable art. It's more than jewelry.
Indeed, exactly.
So it's spiritual art.
Yes, I love that. It
Has to do with frequency of stone and things of that nature.
Yeah, everything is intentional. So, down from the intention, what I'm putting into it as I'm wrapping it, like say if like for this was for self-love, self-expression. If I'm not feeling good that day, and that's in general, I will not create, because I understand that I'm weaving my energy into these things. Like I'm all about holistic wellness. And so, again, everything is intentional. If I know you want something for self-love, I'm going to play some music in the background. Like I'm going to feel it for you, because I know what's being put into these pieces when I'm making it. I just take it very seriously,
Well, it's a business now, and it has to do with you. It's your fingerprint.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We had somebody a few years ago that did a show with us, and we talked about frequency of stone.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people think the stone doesn't breathe, but it does. It just moves slower.
Uh-huh.
And it has a frequency, and if you team up to your frequency, all of a sudden it sort of builds who you are through this stone. I mean, she gave us a whole school on this stuff.
Nice, yes.
It's just the way I like it is the way you present it, which is different. Now, are you
Totally
local?
different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, but I travel. I've been all the way to West Palm, to Miami, to do events.
What's one of your most popular pieces? What do people seem to resonate more with?
Perfect. So I will say I'll have two. So I have these nose cuffs. I'm not sure how well you can, but they're nose cuffs. So I committed and I got a nose ring, so I have a hole in my face. But if you don't want that, you just want to see, how you look. It's like a cute accessory. It's like an ear cuff, but you just clip it into your nose. So customers usually like that. That's trending now. You can get like a little crystal in it or a wire, just wire only. Then also my rings as well are customer favorite. And that is because they are adjustable.
When you say rings, what kind of, your finger rings?
Yes, they're rings
people
and
like me.
or toe rings. No, but
What about toe rings? I was going to ask you about that. That seems to be making a comeback.
He goes, ew.
Yeah, but he done ignore the man behind the curtain.
Look at the big ring in the back. It's got 3 stones on it.
this one or
To your right, in front of the water bottle. One more now over.
One more over. No, the
Other
other
way.
way. Keep
Next
going.
one.
oh, this one,
Yes.
No, one behind it.
this one.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's the other
just
one. Oh,
one.
they all look together. Wow.
That's just a regular ring?
Look
Yeah,
at that
so
one.
That's
so
huge.
they let me show you. Can you see?
Wow.
Yeah. So I go between like the wire only, and I'll show you. Sometimes I like to layer my rings, so I would actually wear something like this.
Now you make all this?
Yes, everything is handmade.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
See, I love
goes
a
across
layered
the
ring
hand.
look.
I love it. Just when you think you've run out of fingers, you can layer them.
Oh,
Because
yes.
I'm almost run out of fingers.
And so I do the wire, I do the crystal beads, and then I also, if you want this one that you pointed out, this is an actual raw crystal that was wrapped. So it just depends on your style. I like to, match everyone's style. Some people like chunky or, more on the minimalist side. So I don't want anyone ever to walk away thinking they can't, find something that matches their style.
What about earrings? Do you do earrings?
Yes, I do that as well. I do a lot. And I do custom as well. So even if, you don't see anything already made, if you give me an idea, I will accept the challenge, okay?
And is that another crown on the far side of the table?
Yes.
What's with me and the
Wait a
crowns
second
today?
with the crown. I'm looking at the earrings here.
Look at that. There's another crown.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do. I'll
Let's
start
do
with the
earrings
earrings.
and then we'll go back to the crown. Yeah, she'll keep you in the crown all day.
So these
Okay,
are-
Josh, go tight on that.
Can you see?
Bring it down a little bit. There you go. Those are pretty. What are those made of?
So these are. Let me just move them. These are made of mother of pearl.
Of course they are.
And I have these ones as well, made with blue tiger's eye.
Oh.
And so these ones actually I made 2 weekends ago. So a lot of the stuff you see, because I do pop-up shops a lot, I'm always creating because they're always selling, or I offer, custom on-the-spot creations. So a lot of these things are new designs, and it just helps me to keep like my creative mind fresh.
What is the only one item your favorite?
Like an actual.
One of your one favorite
The
piece.
one favorite piece that you probably won't even sell because you love it
Oh
so
man,
much.
that's like all of them. But let me see.
Which is the first one you designed with your mother? You remember?
That's a good question, because there was a point where she was the lead person creating things. So that has been long sold. I will say, I don't have it here, but it was this nice vertical chakra pendant that she made with like little swirls that looked like the little flower of life. So I liked that intentionality with how she made that one, and I didn't want to part with that.
Did you go to school to learn this?
YouTube University?
YouTube. What'd you go to school for? Yeah.
Okay, no, but a lot of this though is self-taught, but I did go to official schooling at FSU and FAMU. I do have my master's in public health, so that's why I am all about holistic wellness, because I learned a lot during that time. I'm all about empowering people to take ownership of their health, that things are out here in nature to help us. We don't have to fall victim to anything. Like, we have certain autonomy over our well-being.
So you have your master's in public health, and now you create holistic jewelry.
Yeah, what a story, right?
That's a great story. We're actually interviewing a doctor tomorrow, and she's got her MD, classically trained MD, but she's a holistic functional medicine doctor.
Oh,
Same type of
very
situation,
lovely.
right? Because we're realizing that we're holistic in our approach to things, right? And other things can heal.
Yes, indeed. That's beautiful.
And it's the positive of making the mind feel better and the body follow. So
Nothing like a good piece of jewelry.
it
ever.
is, and it's the right time of the season. Sometimes you get a feel for things like this, and I just think it's really unique, some of the ideas that she has in there.
All right, so let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more with Leah Romeo of Sandra's Divine Gems. Check them out all over social media, but when we come back, we're going to take a little closer look at more of her pieces. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Thank you very much. This is the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
It's gonna be a weird little duet. Just sit down and enjoy. That's all I gotta say.
Enjoy. We're very sorry. We apologize in advance.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I gotta go away.
But baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been fun.
Baby, hoping you drop by.
So very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
my mother will start to
You're
worry.
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
My father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace roar.
So I really better scurry.
Well, maybe just a little hurry.
Well, maybe just a half a drink
I'll
more.
put some records on while I pour.
The neighbors might think,
baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in this drink?
No cops to be had out there.
I wish I knew how.
Your eyes are like starlight now.
To break this
I'll
spell.
Take your hand, your hair looks fine.
I ought to say no, no,
Mind
no.
if I'm moving closer?
At least I say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I really
pride?
can't stay.
Baby, don't hold out.
But baby, it's cold outside. Ah, you're very pushy, you know.
I like to think of it as optimistic.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
But baby, it's cold outside.
The welcome has been
How lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that storm.
My mister will be suspicious.
Gosh, your looks look delicious.
My brother will be at the door.
Waves upon the tropical shore.
My maiden's mind is vicious.
Gosh, your looks are delicious.
Well, maybe just a cigarette
Never
more.
such a blizzard before. I
Got to get home.
But baby, you'll freeze out there.
Say, lend me a coat.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been
I
grand.
feel when I touch your hand.
But don't you see?
How can you do this thing to me?
There's bound to be talk
Think
tomorrow.
of my lifelong sorrow.
At least I will be plenty
If
implied.
you caught pneumonia,
I
and
really
died.
can't stay. But
Baby,
baby, it's
it's
cold out.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Okay, fine. Just one drink then.
That took a lot of convincing. Lord have
You ever have one of those days when things just go that way?
Did you ever think?
No, I still wonder.
You guys are hilarious. That was awesome. It's our very own Josh and Baxton Santa doing what they do best.
Make me nervous?
I know. Well, Leah says she sings.
I know, we have to, I hope she doesn't take it against us. That was just
So here you go. She's a balloon artist.
Walks
She's
and
a
stilts.
stilt walker. She makes jewelry. And she's got her master's in public health. What's next for you?
That is a great question. I mean, what's next? I mean, I'm a, what is it? I am a herbalist in training. So, you know, I'm just expanding, you know, how I can be of service and a resource to our community, you know, to engage them in their healing and education. And I'm also passionate about our youth. So I think, you know, more teaching in the future, more creating an environment, you know, for our young creative youth to let them know, like, your talent matters. You know, just providing them resources, like things that I wish I had, you know, coming up in this industry that I didn't know I would be in, but I'm here, you know.
So what do you think as far as the youth? What would you want to train them in?
Well, I would definitely, you know, like some apprentices. You know, I am getting up there in age, no, but
Still 25 probably.
But no, I would like, you know, to train them in, you know, making the jewelry, but also so they can cultivate their own style. So it's pretty much, I want them to really embrace their artistic skills so they can also see how they can monetize on their skill. Like, they can know I can make a living with this, with my passion, loving what I do, versus I'm just going to say conforming to someone else's ideal of what they should do as like a functioning member of society. So, and also just teaching them, I think we need more self-love, you know, just feeling comfortable and confident in your skin and knowing that you are worth something, like you have a place in this, you know, world, you have something to offer. So just cultivating them, again, in the holistic way. I'm also a nutritionist. I just do a lot. So it's just sharing my skills with them, making sure that they have as much tools as needed to live a happy, healthy life, doing what they want to do.
Do you think that the youth or the kids coming out of college nowadays, they have less security about themselves? They feel more insecure about themselves? Because there's a lot of college kids that have great talents.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't show it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I will say that is an unspoken, I suppose, issue, that you can be really great, you know, in one area. Like, you know, you could be a great biologist, but you have this passion to create art. And that kind of, you know, goes by the wayside because you may have this pressure like, oh, you know, biologists make more money, you know, like you can have a more solid foundation. I'll say that's where the insecurity comes in, because they don't believe they can have a foundation doing something that they love to do that's in the creative, artistic realm. And I'm here to show, you know,
You can.
yes, you really and truly, even if you don't make a career out of it, I do believe it's still important to explore that side of you, because you were granted these gifts. So, you know, why not give life to them? I think that's important. That's a part of self-expression.
I feel like she's got a whole past life situation going on with healing
I can't even
and
keep up to the
crystals.
present life, and you're already in the past life.
Because she comes with so many gifts. We talk about it all the time. We don't come with this many gifts into this lifetime without bringing them from a previous lifetime. Do you believe that?
No, yeah, definitely. Definitely it's not my first rodeo. So that's cool that you picked up on that.
I think the amazing aspect is the delivery of what she does. She believes in what she does, and then she teaches what she does, which you really can't ask for anything more than that. The question here is, how much can you get her to show herself? Because there's a lot of hidden talents over there. Now, there are things that she does differently. Do you have a book? Have you ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, it's been more on my mind to do that. I'm good at writing.
good at that
I
too.
prefer writing than speaking, but I have been growing within self, hence why I'm here today. So, but I write poetry, I write songs, so writing a book would just add to the list.
And do you have a podcast?
No, I don't.
Do you have a video cast? Do you do anything on radio and television?
No, not on radio and television. I say the most I have is my TikTok at the moment. I post whatever. Like if there's a message that motivated me that day that I needed to hear, I'll usually post that because maybe someone else needed to hear that. So that's, as far as the communication. I have been told that I do need to communicate more. So I'm sure, again, public speaking is probably in my future as well when I get more comfortable with it.
You just got to do more of it. That's
Yeah.
all. You got to do more of it until you're comfortable in your own skin and you're doing your own thing because you're comfortable with the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't anything that sort of throws you off your game. Are you going to be designing more clothing? Because that's a challenge, right?
Yeah, it was a challenge.
And you set the bar so freaking high.
That's just, I feel like Victoria's Secret needs to know about this as well.
Please, I would love to, I'm all about custom pieces. So yeah, I would say it was a challenge, but I enjoyed it. That's what I like about this as well. Like it works your brain. Like with what I've learned here, I can take in life. Like I've become more patient. I've become better at problem solving. So that's also what I would want to gift to people who, engage in jewelry making. So again, it's never surface level making something pretty and cute. Like that's a bonus. But like I'm gonna, want you to learn other skills as well that come along with it.
And this has made you a better business person?
Oh yeah, and indeed, helping me, be more efficient, helping me be like more confident in what I create, because usually people respond well to it, and it's just usually just off the top of my head. So, and to answer your question about the clothing, that has been a thought. So again, it's funny that you mentioned it, because I have some ideas. So yeah, I'm just here to create and use different media, see how far I can go, really.
It's funny, sometimes you meet somebody and they're flipping the pages through a book. You remember that saying, don't you? And they have all these ideologies and philosophy, all these things that are going, and they're flipping it through the pages through their book. And you get to hear it. You get to hear the pages and feel the breeze. But you do have a lot of ideas. And the clever thing is that your delivery is on point. It's how you dress, how you walked in, how you brought what you brought. Because you already learned that there's not one aspect of people not watching what you do, because they're going to size you up in the next 30 seconds. So you've been trained well. I love to meet your mom, because somebody's trained you really, really well. And you sit right and you hold a mic right. This is why I ask if you have done this before, because this is the leadership towards what you do for a living. I can only see success with it.
What does your mom do?
Well, she's retired now, but she did serve in the Army, drill sergeant. So when you said someone must have raised you well, I laughed in my head
drill
about
sergeant.
that. So,
She's disciplined.
yeah. So and then she, worked at the Veterans Affairs, up until she retired, and so now she's just living her best life. And I'm ready to. I'm living my best life, but I know I still have work to put in. I would rather be retired, but that's what she does.
So what do you want to do next?
Well, like I mentioned, I'll say shifting. I'll still do this, but shifting more to, like I mentioned, like herbalism, like more nutrition, because that was my first love before the jewelry making. Like I just want to do what I'm called to do to actually help people, have a better quality of living. So whatever
physically or mentally, or both?
All the above: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Because I can only reflect on how far I've come in my journey, and I know I don't know everything there is to know. So to be able to impart, the wisdom that I've acquired to help someone, like that's just what's in my heart to do.
It's all in one. How do people get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can reach me on Instagram at Sandras_divine_gems. I'm also on Facebook, which is my company name. So if you just search Sandra's Divine Gems, you can reach me on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll be the first to know when my website officially launches. It's in the works. It's coming. New Year's for sure. But you could still reach me, message me. I still take custom orders. I have like a custom order sheet and all that on my social media pages. You can also email me at, can you guess it, sandrasdivinegems@gmail.com.
I think she's very good at communicating.
I think a phone number and a website are definitely needed for this particular product, because I have a feeling that people are going to call to inquire, but they're going to call for a different reason.
Okay.
So, I mean, those are my 2 cents. I think that your delivery is fantastic. I've been doing this long enough to sense it. Sometimes you need a calling card to get through the door, and this is your calling card, but this is the door. So
I'm definitely very, very grateful.
More
for
to
this.
come. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
What
having me.
a fun hour getting ready for the holidays. But really, these seem like there'll be gifts for yourself, gifts of healing, just gifts to make you feel good.
Yes, indeed.
And imagine wearing that seashell bra is all I can say.
all I could do is look at this. I'm like,
It's pretty amazing.
It's
The work
amazing.
that went in. How long did it take you to make that?
Again, another funny story. But I would say like maybe 2 hours, if that.
Really?
I did it the day of the photo shoot, and I just had crunch time to make it.
Wow.
That's why I was a little annoyed that the glue didn't work out, but I figured it was best for me to do it this
2 hours
way.
to do that whole piece?
and it doesn't come apart in the water.
No, I made sure. I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, this needs to. We don't need no mishaps during the photo shoot, because I didn't have my supplies there. So, yeah, I made it work.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. I will say I think the frame itself was already done, like the back piece where it's just bare wire, and then I just had to put the seashells on
In
it.
between the wires?
Yeah, I had to wrap it.
Is that what's keeping that thing together?
Oh yeah, a bunch of wires. Yep. Yeah.
That's it.
That's a metal detector nightmare.
Talk about the Treasure Coast, right? All right, we're going to wrap this up. Leah, thank you so much for joining us. Baxton and Kennedy and Josh, great rendition
job.
of our Jingle Jam songs. If you have a song you want to sing, let us know. We'd love to have you in. I just got a text. We've got a new singer coming in next week on the 22nd, just in time for Christmas.
That's right.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe and please be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.